The last time Saturn stationed retrograde in the 21st degree, 20 degree of Capricorn, was in 1666, the year of the Great Fire of London. Saturn is now in the same degree and will station retrograde there on April 29th, 2019. And, tragically, we have a fire at Notre Dame. Hashtag astrology. Hi, actual astronomer here. 3 things. 1, Saturn is in Capricorn now or on April 29th. It's in Sagittarius. 2, the last time Saturn was stationed retrograde in Capricorn was 1992, not 1666. And 3, astrology doesn't work. Stop trying to pollute this horrible tragedy with nonsense. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but the only thing that I can think of when I read this post is that scene from The Bachelor where the Bachelor is meeting one of the contestants for the first time, and she says, "What do you do?" And he says, "Oh, I'm an astrophysicist." And she says, "Okay, I'm a Gemini." What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another video from r/QuitYourBS. On today's episode, we've got some comic book disputes, cute dogs, profane songs, and the perfect heist. Johnny Kim, age 36, has achieved becoming a Navy SEAL, a trained Harvard doctor, and is now selected to become the first Korean to go to space. Okay, first off, he's American. Second off, he's not the first Korean descendant to go or have been to space. Though for a sub that so often gets this wrong, Johnny Kim is definitely next fucking level. He was born in Los Angeles, certified badass, and it's not really a stretch. He's a lieutenant in the Navy, got his MD from Harvard Med, spent the last 3 years training as an astronaut, and is currently training to land on the moon. The fucking moon! Best of luck to Kim and the astronauts of Group 22. Genuine legends. 1 star. Horrible bot. Horrible developers. Don't use this bot. I wonder why. In our support server logs, it shows that we banned you for DM advertising, your furry paradise server, and then spamming racial slurs and attempting to ping the whole server asking for Robux when confronted. Yep, that sounds like Discord. Top 10 jobs kids want. 1. YouTuber, 34.2%. 2. Blogger/vlogger, 18.1%. 3. Musician/singer at 16%. Coming in at 4. Actor with 15.7%. Filmmaker number 5, 13.65%. Doctor nurse at 6 at 13.45%. TV presenter at 12.45%. Number 8. Athlete or teacher at 11.9%. Number 9. Writer at 8.4%. And number 10. Lawyer at 6.4%. How depressing. Our society has failed to provide ambitious role models to our children. Hey, but what's the sample size? What's the source? Why are athlete and teacher considered the same when they're entirely different career tracks? Why do the percentages combined break 150%? Why are there spelling errors? And what country location does this even represent? Shameful how few kids want to be doctors these days. Classic, they're making fun of the spelling error there. But let's break this down a bit. This whole post is based on a Sun article that came out like 5 years ago and has sent pearl clutchers clutching their pearls ever since, but it does kind of make sense, right? Like, I think all of it kind of makes sense. There are also answers to every single one of these Twitter questions. It was a survey done by a travel agency that polled 1,000 kids. They did the survey after a child of a client sent them a YouTube video of their family trip. The athlete-teacher one I can only explain if people put both as separate professions with the same frequency, so they just clumped them together for the sake of simplicity. If they were allowed to pick multiple careers, then the numbers would add up to more than 100%, and I would guess that spelling errors are due to this being published by a travel company. It's not a real scientific study. I think pearl clutching is dumb on both sides here, kind of. I mean, it makes sense that kids want to be YouTubers. They're celebrities that they look up to. It makes sense that they'd want to be actors and singers or be on TV because kids have crazy dreams. They don't know what jobs they want. They just think that these jobs are cool. Getting upset because you don't like new media is dumb, and getting upset because this wasn't a real study is also kind of dumb. Similar results have been found in more extensive studies too, so I'm just going to ask everyone involved to quit at least a little bit of their BS. Twitter is a bad platform to have serious discussions of scientific legitimacy, and everybody seems to be taking this just a little bit too seriously. If anyone was unaware, the Sun is not exactly a bastion of journalistic integrity, so I'd take their intentionally inflammatory headlines with a boulder of Himalayan rock salt. Is Kay Burley about to leave Sky News permanently? Anchor deletes mention of broadcaster on our social media. Kay Burley here. No, well, they're evolving, I'll give them that. Can't tell you the last time someone got added on a lie, and yet they get called out anyway. My old adage, if you're gonna lie about somebody, don't at them, should probably just get shortened to don't lie about somebody. Found this puppy in my local doghouse. Look how happy he is to get some affection. Oh, look at the puppy dog. Look at the ears on the pup. Oh, the puppy dog. It literally says 9gag.com next to it, and it does. Just fucking crop it. I mean, if you're gonna steal pet pictures, at least make some attempt. I guess I have yet to find a good reason why people continue to lie about pet ownership on the internet, and this is just so blatant and so remarkably stupid. It's certainly not answering any of those questions. Oh, we got 2.5 stars from Laura. The food was terrible. I ordered a chicken dish and got small pieces of battered dry chicken mixed in with battered prawns. It totally ruined the dish. Good job I'm not allergic to prawns, but I won't be ordering from them again. Hi Laura, will you please open your eyes and read the descriptions? You ordered the special sweet and sour which contains king prawns. You got what you ordered, so how is that our fault? The food was fresh and perfectly cooked. We're good, but mind reading the stupid is not one of our skills. Geez, Laura, you give 2.5 stars for terrible food service. I hate to see what gets you to give 1 star. And I'm always curious how true some of the owner responses are, because covering for shoddy service by saying, well, actually, this was all your fault would definitely be convenient. You know, I think the biggest problem for me is the fact that he doesn't understand Old Town Road is every kid's anthem. Children love him for that record. They tuned in and subscribed to his channel. So, with no disclaimer, he just dropped some left field-ish and all our kids seen it. SMH. I literally sing about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself. Damn, Lil Nas X taking no prisoners today. And yeah, Old Town Road has multiple references to drug use and adultery, but even so, one child-friendly song does not mean that a singer can no longer make edgier content. I mean, Joyner, come on, that's a bit rich coming from you too. It seems like a strange hill for you to die on, given how many popular songs have much more of a focus on alcohol use and adult themes that are very popular among kids, not to mention, you know, songs about school shootings, and never forget that Can't Feel My Face, the Weeknd song about doing so many fucking drugs that he can't feel his face, helped him get a nomination for a Kids' Choice Award, a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Award. This isn't the artist's responsibility, and it's a really bad take from Joyner. People have gotten upset at edgy content in pop music for decades, and people will continue to be upset about it. Nothing changes the fact that it's a parent's responsibility to moderate this stuff, not the artist's for making it. Am I above average if I'm 13 years old and can do 100 push-ups in 1 minute? Okay, I'm not trying to offend you, but if you did 100 push-ups in 1 minute, you're probably doing them wrong. First thing, no matter who you are, you're gonna slow down in the later push-ups. Second thing, there are only 60 seconds in a minute, meaning you would have to do 1 push-up every 0.6 seconds, which is insanely fast, and you would have to do it consistently. So 3 things could be happening here. 1, you're lying and are trying to impress people. 2, you're doing the push-ups wrong. And 3, your timer is messed up. Or I'd posit a 4th option. This is a made-up question to get Quora traffic. This is my Batman. I'm not crying, and they include a comic book panel that I can't really read, but I'm sure it's inspirational. Now imagine if he used his immense wealth to improve the quality of life for the citizens of Gotham. Instead, he spends his money on toys, to run around the city in his underwear and beat up the poor, stroking his ego and ignoring his anger and grief issues. Yeah, but he's literally a philanthropist with multiple charities and programs to help the city, but you know nothing of the character, so base your copy-paste opinion on a stereotype alone. Speaking of weird hills to die on, we have this post. It's arguable if it even belongs on the sub since it's people arguing over a fictional character, but equally as weird as thinly veiled political commentary dissing a comic book character is adamantly defending a comic book character when, well, Batman just isn't always the good guy, and he has so many storylines published over so many years that this is just such an incredibly useless Twitter debate to be having. I mean, me using the phrase Twitter debate pretty much implies uselessness anyway, but still. One time, I fought 3 guys outside a bar. Lost my pager doing it. Paged the pager from home. They called, I told them to meet me at the place I fought. Then I showed up alone across the street and saw 5 dudes behind the store and 1 out front. As I walked across the street, in my wife beater, I yelled, "You fuckers can just come out now and I'll kick the shit out of all of you." They were stunned. The dude out front with my pager just handed it over and said he's never met someone who could take a punch as well as me. I told him he's lucky this is only a work pager. This whole thing reads like a Dwight Schrute monologue. I fought 3 guys and lost my pager doing it. Then I paged the pager and told them to meet me where we fought at midnight. A woman shows up. It's the adopted daughter of all three guys. It's Tiffany. She tells me not to beat them up. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come, and I escape disguised as one of the pagers. I tell her to meet me in Page, Arizona, but I go to Page City, Missouri. I don't trust her, and anyway, I prefer unincorporated territories. Sorry? What's that? Did you say something? Oh, what's my favorite evil Batman moment? I was waiting for you to ask. I'd probably go with 2009's Superbat, a Batman-Superman crossover series where Batman absorbs the Kryptonian's power, develops a god complex, and has to be stopped by Superman and his friends before all hope is lost. If only the plot of Batman v Superman was half as interesting.